The leading cause of all premature death in our country is obesity. 2/3 of our country, our brothers and sisters, fall in one of three categories: overweight, obese, or morbidly obese. Almost every prescription medication that people are on could be eliminated just by adopting a healthy lifestyle. And we've got one. It's practical, sustainable, and fun. If you'll immerse yourself in it and do the heavy lifting up front, it makes for a much easier life. You know, there's a saying, and I'm saying it wrong, but you'll get the gist of it. It says, if you make disciplined and hard decisions, you'll have an easy life. Daily, if you don't make disciplined and hard decisions, you'll have a very hard life. So every day I choose to follow the Shibboleth shield. That includes holidays. So I can eat anything I want. I just have to make sure that I'm filtering that day through the Shibboleth shield, and I'll lose weight. Before we get started talking about meal ideas and food combinations, are there any questions related to behavior modification, nutrition, exercise, supplementation? Anything that I can help with? This is that meeting where I keep you moving forward tomorrow. Okay. So if you've hit frustration or anything, you're frustrated, you're challenged, now's the time to get it answered. I'll give you just a moment to consider that. Click the Q&A button to ask your question. I'll make sure I get to it in the order that it is received. If you're new here, please make sure that you go through the fast track system. You take the test, pass the test, and earn the fast track badge. Anybody? Tammy, they quiet tonight. There's my brother Charles. I was wondering where he was. I've been busy today, ain't got to talk to my brother. I hope he's doing okay. We just got through bragging on you in a meeting we had, Brother Charles. Tammy and I was bragging on you. Good evening. Good evening. Welcome. Charles, it figures that you would be doing the Bella Broke Wind Challenge. So on the Bella Broke Wind Challenge, we can only have one Finaflex for either breakfast or lunch, correct? That is correct. You do not want to have two of those in a day. It's either or. Either or. Bella broke wind. Yep. A bell pepper broke some wind. Questions or comments, anyone? Y'all quiet tonight. Good gracious. Pam, I'm good with Shibby, but oh my goodness, I need relief from my sinus and fluid. Started back walking. Yeah, praying for you. That's never any fun. Yeah, you can use Beano to help offset flatulence from category 6 superfoods, or you can cook your beans in epizodi. Cook them in the herb epizodi will help eliminate flatulence after you consume high fiber foods. Epizodi. And it has many other medicinal benefits as well. I think I can't see your name. Looks like maybe Terry. What does it's a secret mean under the Shibboleth name? Okay. That really has nothing to do with the physiological parts. So the quick version for those interested, I'll try to be quick because some want to throw, they've heard of this so much they want to throw up. When I started this program, it was Thrive Weight Loss. And it was the first thing in my life that I felt that I had done right. It was an accident. God ordered my steps. I never had any self-confidence, self-esteem. I got to help people, and the Lord blessed me with it. And it grew. Thrive Weight Loss grew so fast, and I had no business experience. I took on many wannabe partners, and they wrecked the company. And I got an echo somehow, Tammy. Y'all still hear me? They wrecked the company. My fault. I just didn't know any better. I give up all control of the company, and it wrecked it. And for years, I was devastated. I went through depression, went through nervous breakdowns. It was devastating to me. And when I finally had to move on from it and start over, I didn't want to feud with partners who still wanted a piece of me. They wanted my blood. So I come up with a name based upon a sermon I had preached many years ago, Shibboleth. Had special meaning to me. And I started this company with the weird name that everybody made fun of. And the tagline, the only one I could think of, was, "Shh, it's a secret," because I was starting life over. And in the Bible, Jesus would often tell people that he'd done a great work for. He would tell them, "Shh, don't tell anybody." And what did they do when Jesus went and told people? Shh. When Jesus told people to shh, they went and told everybody. And I needed people to go tell everybody that I had broken away from that other company. So it has nothing to do with the benefits of the program or anything like that. It was just something from the Bible that influenced and inspired me, and was a great way for me to restart and rebuild my life. We felt Jesus was doing a work for me and my wife, my new wife at then, 2013. And Jesus would do those miracles and say, "Don't go tell anybody, or I can do no more great work here." And they would go tell everybody. And I thought, maybe if we tell people, they'll go tell everybody, Travis ain't with Thrive anymore. So that's why that tagline is there. It doesn't mean to don't tell anybody. We want you to tell everybody because it's life-saving. Amanda, I have not started any exercise yet since January, and I'm looking to start. Do you recommend starting with walking or with weights? I used to work out very heavily, but it's been at least 4 years. What do you recommend? Without a doubt, unequivocally, until you reach your goal weight, walk. As much walking as you'll give me, as much as you'll do, as much as you'll do, as little or much as you'll do. Nothing, if you're trying to lose body fat, there is nothing that can rival brisk walking for fat loss. Nothing can rival it. Brisk walking, getting your target heart rate up to the right zone, the aerobic zone, being in efficient fat burning mode, and walking as much as you'll possibly walk. With every step, when you're in efficient fat burning, you're losing fat. Now, I'm not saying my journey has been this way. Food. I got down to about 230 pounds with no exercise. I'm tall, stayed there. Down about 100 pounds, stayed there. Then I started feeling like doing more, so I started walking. Got down to about 215, stayed there with a lot of walking and supplementation. And now I lift weights, I do jiu-jitsu, I do a lot of things. I believe in strength training and exercise. But I do believe if you take on too much too fast, you might quit it all. So I like to see people take it. And when you're ready to exercise, walk. Still to this day, that's my thing. If I got to pick one thing, I can't do them all. I got to pick one. It's going to be walk. Nothing burns fat while inefficient fat burning mode like brisk walking. Not crawling or slow walking, but brisk walking. Oh, thanks, Terry. Thank you, Terry. Any other questions? Yeah, Pam Price is at her, and there's a few of them ladies that, and they blow me away. Do we have to complete each day on the 3-day Bella Bell Pepper? You do. You have to earn the Bella the Bell Pepper badge. You got to do 3 Bellas in a row. Any Bella, but you got to do 3 Bellas in a row. Anybody else?
We might have to get up and dance tonight.
Should I
What
do
is going
anything
on?
different as far as protein when starting to tone in the gym? And is it okay doing 36-hour fast? There's a lot to unpack there. You can make an entire class just out of that question. There's nothing you need to do different concerning your protein until you reach your goal weight, because you're getting adequate protein unless you're fasting too often. If you're going to start working out at the gym, Charles, and you're going to be doing multiple 36-hour fast a week, then I would do what I call a training wheel fast. And I would supplement with easy to digest protein, like Healthwise high protein soup and Kettle and Fire bone broth. You get a lot of protein that doesn't disrupt your fast benefits too much. But I don't think you're going to have a problem. I mean, 36-hour fast are fantastic for health and wellness. On your eating days, if you're working out, you might want to include an extra protein shake, but you won't need to support new muscle because you won't be building any new muscle. The only way to build new muscle is to consume a surplus of calories. When they tell people that you can put on muscle and lose fat simultaneously, that's a biological impossibility. You have to have extra surplus calories to build new muscle, but you can, I'm glad you said it that way, you can tone and reconstitute old muscle, which will not require additional protein support if you're following regular Shibboleth. Catalyst is awesome. AdvoCare Catalyst will help you tone and preserve muscle. You're getting, Charles, when you take Catalyst, AdvoCare Catalyst, you're getting the steak without the calories. That's basically, in a nutshell, what you're doing. I have prosthesis. Can I ride my bike rather than walking? Yes, you can. Walter, you can ride a bike. Same benefits. Biking, elliptical, any of that has the same benefits as walking. Now, you'll have to get more miles on your bike, but as long as you're doing it minute for minute the same, you'll get the same benefits. If not, a little more benefit from biking. Vonda, hey Vonda, I am having so many issues with my joints, especially my shoulders. I'm thinking it may be inflammation, not sure what may help. Any suggestions? Stay away, you're probably already doing this, stay away from sugar and starch and bad fats. They cause chronic inflammation. In addition to that, I would supplement with a product that you believe in that is the following, like either AdvoCare or like AdvoCare, AdvoCare ProMotion and AdvoCare Omega Plex. That will help with any inflammation you've got going on. It's not going to be a cure-all with your joints, but it's a good start. And given time, I would also highly recommend that you stretch. If you've got the Stretch a Minute, doing the stretches that's in the video library with your Stretch a Minute device or a towel if you don't have a Stretch a Minute device, just that stretch. And a lot of times it's not necessarily inflammation in the body. It's those muscles are tight and you've got to stretch them and stretch the fascia. If you're not doing that, you're going to have a lot of joint soreness the older you get. I'm not sure your age, but the older you get, I have chronic issues with my rotator cuffs because of jiu-jitsu. I do, it's called a shoulder horn, and I do my stretch a minute every single day to keep things stretched out. That will help a lot. And a fascia blaster will help too, keep that fascia from getting really tight. So a Megaplex, ProMotion, and those routines I just suggested. Currently going to the gym and walking on a treadmill, but unable to tolerate any arm machines. Try the stuff that I just mentioned: stretching, static stretching, static stretching. I know will help your shoulders. If you can get through the pain initially, what you probably have more than an inflammatory problem is the tightening of the fascia. How many pounds do you think we can lose on the Bella Bell Pepper Wow? It depends on how much weight you have to lose. If you can lose up to a pound of water weight, glucose weight, and fat per day, if you've got more than, say, 30 pounds to lose. If you've got less than 30 pounds to lose, about a half a pound a day. Brenda, I'm on day 2 of the 3-day Advocare reset. I don't feel any different. Don't know if I'm doing something wrong. Brenda, I'd have to look at your journal, sis. If you want me to go and look at your journal today, I'm happy to do that for you. I don't go by my feelings necessarily. I trust the plan, right? If I'm eating clean, I'm following the protocol, I'm taking my supplements, you're on day 2. So it's actually a 10-day cleanse. You can do it 10 days in a row, or you can do 3 days one week, 4 days the next week, 3 days the next week, and get a similar benefit. But you got to stick with it. Day 2 is really not enough time to tell. But if you feel like something's gone awry, I'm happy to look at your journal. Consistency is the key. Nalada, what I mean is I started a Bella challenge on Monday. So when I'm done with the 3 Bella challenges the next day, I started a regular Shibboleth, or I can continue the Bella. You can do as many as you want. If I'm still not understanding, I apologize. You can do as many as you want. You can do a wow challenge every day the rest of your life if you want to. It's because, listen, even though they're weird, they're still better than our pre-Shibboleth life, right? So, yeah, you could do them every day of your life if you wanted to. There's nothing wrong with them. Even though they're quirky and weird, they're better than what we did before we come to Shibboleth. Anybody else? Hey, Kim Danke, be resolute, admirably purposeful, determined, and unwavering. Hey, Kim, I'm sure you've got fans here that would love to hear from you. If you've got any words of wisdom, I'll bring you on. You know, I'll throw you to it. Sometimes the ad lib classes, look, I'm like a preacher, okay? I'm like a old country preacher. I have a topic that I bring to class with me, but I much prefer when the group takes over. Better stuff comes out of it. Ashley, can you come up with a wow challenge for Power Crunch Bar? I can do it right now. Y'all want me to do it right now? Will y'all let me do that for Ashley? All right, Ashley wants it. I'm going to give it to her. So let's go to the whiteboard. Tammy will have to help me with this. So, when do you usually like to eat your Power Crunch bars? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to give you 2. Wow, okay. So breakfast, Power Crunch bar. Lunch, Power Crunch bar. Let me explain before y'all freak out. Power Crunch bar. Okay, this is not a lifestyle. Do y'all understand? This is not a lifestyle. So that's unhealthy, isn't it, Brother Travis? No, it's actually not. Is it as good as chicken and broccoli? No. Is it as good as fish and asparagus? No. But is it better than how you used to eat? Heck yeah. You got protein, low carbs, protein, delicious, fun. So when you feel like you want the power, we need a wow Power Ranger, power up. We got 3 Power Crunch bars, Tammy. That's number 1. We'll put Ashley's power up. Ashley's power up. Now we're going to do another one. Okay. Ashley, will you do coffee in the morning, or do you have to have food? Or are you able to skip breakfast? These are war on weakness challenges, so they're meant to be a little sparse. You're going to skip it. We're going to skip breakfast. And for lunch, we're going to have a Power Crunch bar. Do you have a favorite recipe at Shibboleth? Don't have a favorite? I want one that you'll do so that you'll use this. Had you rather have a whole food combination, or had you rather have an approved recipe? You want a whole food combination or approved recipe? Don't matter. Do you like unstuffed cabbage rolls? Not a fan of it. Do you like to die for roast? Haven't tried it. Let's go with a whole food combination so I don't have to throw darts in the dark. Do you like London broil? Board said London broil. Chicken and venison. Okay. So we're going to do chicken breast. She likes chicken. I'm going to give y'all something too. Chicken breast. And will you eat green beans? Okay. And green beans on a portion plate. Or we're going to do a serving. This is an or, Tammy, or a serving of to die for roast. That's what we're doing. So you skip breakfast, Power Crunch bar for lunch, chicken breast and green beans, or a portion plate of to die for roast. So we just did 2 wow challenges where you can easily build self-discipline and lose 1 pound a day. Does that work? You're welcome. Fun, fun, fun. Anybody else? Now, those of you that are new here and you see how low calorie that is, it's meant to be that way for the WOW challenge. It's not a lifestyle. WOW means I'm declaring war on my weakness. And they were meant to be a routine that you could do after a holiday to get your discipline back. You've eaten too much, holiday. Now we got to eat too little to pay for it. That's a WOW challenge. Fun, quirky, builds discipline. What's the name of the second one? We need to do a chicken eat a Power Crunch bar. How about that? A chicken ate a Power Crunch bar. Anybody else? You crazy people. I love my crazy Shibboleth family. Oh, Kim, let me bring Kim on. I love that we're ad-libbing. I love it. Let's get Kim on. Some words of wisdom. A special treat.
You need to enable the video.
Oh, yeah, I forget. I hope I can figure that out. Kim, I got to make you a host. Let's see. Kim, make co-host. There it goes. Hey, hey, pretty lady.
I had to go put on some clothes. I had to go put on clothes. That's what the delay was, because I was laying in the bed. I was laying in the bed because, you know what, one of my strategies is to get in the bed early. Get in the bed early, because
Good,
I've been battling today.
good strategy. You know, one of the things I love about online classes, there's many times I have on my JAMA bottoms and they don't know it.
This morning, I was on a lot of Zoom calls today. And this morning I said professional up top, party on the bottom, because I had on jeans and heels, and then I had on a jacket and a little cute tank and jewelry and everything. But anyway,
Well,
yeah.
you always look beautiful. I just seen that picture of all of y'all at the Ackworth Presbyterian. That looks awesome. Like y'all are having a lot of fun.
Yeah, we had 14 people last night. And so we've been at that location. Hey, everybody. We've been at that location now 3 weeks. And the first one, we had 7 people, I believe. And the next one, it was kind of low. And I think just people were out of town. So we had 4. But then last night, we had 14.
Wow.
So, and I'm not calling it a class. I'm calling it Shibboleth Support Group. So, you know, I'll do a little bit of teaching in there, but I really want them to understand that you learn the program through Fast Track and your teachings day and night. So you join Travis for education, do Fast Track, but then join Travis for education. But this is a Shibboleth support group. It's for those of us who want to make sure that we continue this for the whole rest of our life, because you have to have it down for the whole rest of your life.
Yeah, and you need support. You need it, I think, more than ever, because Shibboleth represents my peer group. Like, I've got family and friends, they don't care anymore. They don't care about their waistline, how many prescriptions they're on. If I travel with them and they're my peer group, I'm going to adopt that mentality if I'm not careful. So I need the peer group. I need like-minded people to be around, like you. So that's what helps us all.
Well, just to let everybody know, I've totally been battling today. I woke up way too early. I did not sleep well. I tossed, I turned, my hips were hurting. It was just not good. So this morning I got up at 4:45. I got up. I'm reading this book called The Case for Christ by Lee Strobel. I've read it before, but I'm in a mentoring program at church, and that's one of our books. So I just went downstairs and started reading that book, and I sat with an ice pack on my lower back and hips for 20 minutes, and then ended that. But I literally was exhausted at work today. I mean, exhausted. And I was talking to the lady that I work with, and I was saying, thank you, Cam. I was saying that I really was wondering why I was so depleted and so exhausted. Several reasons might be the case. One of which, I've run out of my vitamins. So Sunday, I got my Advocare preferred customer back and ordered 2 things of Advocare Coreplex so I can get my vitamins back in, because you can feel depleted when you don't get your micronutrients. So, and I know I'm just like everybody else. When those things run out, you forget to order them until you are depleted, and you're like, why am I so depleted? Oh, that's because you're not taking your vitamins. So get them ordered again. So anyway, I got those ordered and they're on their way. But I also told her that I felt like I was a little depressed. And she was like, why do you think you're a little depressed? I said, because I can't eat what I want, when I want, as much as I want. And I'm sad about it today. And, it's just one of those things that we can be strong many, many, many days. But there are going to be days where you might feel a little sad that you're a dang food addict, and all you think about is food. When's your next food coming? When you want it? And how you really just want to get home and relax with food. That's how I relax, with food. But if you work a hard day and then you're not supposed to be going home and pigging out with food to get your relaxation in, where do you get it from? It's like, so you have to battle this. Well, that's certainly not where I get it from. That's not going to do me any favors. That's not going to help me today. So I have battled today, but I have water right here. And I talked to the Lord about it. And I have this is what was in here. I'm still finishing this off. What was in here was lemon lime Zevia with a couple of tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, so because I enjoy that. So I just look for some ways to win the battle, because I just need to win the battle more than I lose the battle. And one reason is I've just come off of I've already had 12 holidays this month.
Ooh,
And
that's
now,
maintenance.
yeah, I mean, I'm in maintenance, so that's okay. But now I am going to have perfect days all through the rest of the month, because if you don't keep the integrity of the program.
Mhm.
And you know what? Us keeping the integrity of the program to its truest integrity helps us support Shibboleth. Because please don't tell anybody you're on Shibboleth and you're not keeping the integrity of the program. Keep the integrity of the program. So now I will be perfect through the end of May. And I started the 21-day challenge to kind of help me with that. So thank you for doing that 4th 21-day challenge, because I joined in on that one.
Oh, you always do great. And I love that you said that, because 12 holidays, it's like, it's only the 23rd and you're like, but that's my line. So I'm going to now try to be perfect the rest of the month. That's what I try to do. It's like, I start every month acting like I've still got 100 pounds to lose, so that the last 10 or 12 days of the month, I got enough to spare. But we all find, I was just telling a couple of folks that might become clients before this meeting, we all find our own version of Shibboleth. It's that fast track that should be the same for everybody. And then we start finding off that foundation, just like Jesus teaches, like the Bible teaches, Jesus is the foundation. And if we don't build our life, the fruit of the Spirit, off that foundation, we can all get off track. But as long as we got the foundation, I like to look at the program that way. So when I get off base, and I do often, I go back to the foundation, which is fast track.
Yeah, definitely. I have so much fun going back through fast track. I mean, and to me, it's where you can restart every single time. Just go to fast track and redo it, because you got to remember the basics and why you're doing what you're doing. And that's one reason I'm loving your free grocery store videos. I'm loving those videos, because it's just so fun to have those basics right there in your face again. And the deeper, let me just say this, y'all. If you are not a partner, please become a partner, because these deeper dive videos, those topical videos, Travis, are amazing. So thank you. And y'all, I'm a partner, but what I do is I thought of what is a reasonable amount that I can afford each month, that is also showing that I'm getting value from this. I know that minimum amount's $5, but y'all, you could probably give more than $5. And isn't it worth more than $5? So try to do as much as you can without breaking your bank, y'all, but join as a partner. Those deeper dive videos, very good.
Yeah, we appreciate that. And we appreciate you and all of our partners. We just told another couple that's thinking about becoming members, we couldn't do it without the partners, because the price is so cheap. And Kim, you know this, we run into people that think it's a gimmick because it's so cheap. And if it weren't for our partners, we wouldn't be able to do what we do. And y'all have been good to us, and we appreciate it. And we've got many surprises coming. So I think y'all are gonna love the new features.
Yeah, I found one this weekend when I was writing out my 21 days, my 21 foods. When I was writing out my 21 foods, I clicked on the partner recipe library, because you can have any -2 and -3 meal on that. I clicked on there, and all of my hearted recipes were separated by weight loss meter.
Yeah,
I was so excited, because then I could just go through and pick which ones I wanted. And of course, I picked Travis spaghetti. Got to go on my list.
Yeah, and y'all can heart your stuff, and then soon we tested again today. I don't know when we'll release it, because we're having to train it. but you'll be able to say, give me a meal plan that's based upon my likes, and it'll give you endless ideas. So it's pretty cool.
That's going to be amazing. Absolutely amazing. Well, what else you want to chat about, Travis? Or
Does anybody have any questions for the amazing Kim? Y'all get tired of me being here every night. Any questions for Kim? She's a wealth of information and has been very successful. Karen Klein says, Kim, I chose the Kim D's 3 eating episode wow during my 21-day challenge.
yay. That's awesome.
We need some more Kim D recommendations for wow challenges. Everybody likes that one.
Yes, that one is a good one. The other one is the Kim's Bionic Hemp Day. Tiani Frazier absolutely loves that one. And she and I often do that one after a holiday, because you're just like, boom, back to business after doing Kim D's Bionic Hemp Day. And a hemp bar is so satisfying that you don't really feel like you're, having to white knuckle it or anything like that. I like the Kim D's 3 EE Under the Lord, but I really want you to come up with one that's called this. Okay. I want you to do one that's called eat what you want as much as you want. Eat what you want as much as you want. Wait. Never mind. Sorry. I got I've had it before, but I didn't know I was going to be talking about it tonight. And I did send it to you one other time. But so you want to count calories. That's what I want you to call it. So you want to count calories, because a lot of people, ask about calories, even though we don't have to count calories on Shibboleth. But it would be was eat what you want as much as you want, as often as you want, as long as you don't go over your ideal weight times 8.
Yeah, we could do that, but we'd have to do it with approved foods.
Oh yes, no, it would only be approved foods. Only approved foods. It would just be that particular person would be counting calories that day rather than anything else, but it would only be approved foods.
Yeah, they could graze and just stay under their calories. Yeah, we'll do that one.
Yeah, good. Yeah, it was like, so you want to count calories, huh? Or something like that.
Absolutely, definitely. And then we've got, let's see who that was. Pam, was it Pam? I missed it. It scrolled. Something about peanut butter. Oh, Pam, can I have peanut butter on Fast Track? What category is peanut butter, everyone? It's category 6. So it's a superfood. It's full of fat. So we got to guard the portion, but you can have 1 tablespoon of peanut butter, approved peanut butter, as a snack. I'd rather say 3 teaspoons. That sounds better. Or you can have 2 tablespoons as a meal episode, and you can have it with a 1 or a 2. So there's other ways to have it too, but traditionally you're probably going to have it with a category 2 bread. You can have it with category 2 celery. So how do you want to have it? There's a way to have it. But yes, peanut butter, most peanut butter is approved. It doesn't, ideally you don't want it to have partially hydrogenated fat or fully hydrogenated fat, because even though that's in a lot of foods that we consume anyway, it's terrible for you in peanut butter because it's inundated with it. So you want a natural Jif or something like that. But yes, you can have it. Now, a lot of people ask, when can I have such and thus? Well, as soon as you know how to responsibly eat the right foods in the right combination and you understand portions, it's all fair game. But what we recommend is your first 10 days to 2 weeks, get through Fast Track, stick with the red column, yellow column. Don't venture off into blue column until you're really confident about your portion control and combinations, because the blue column works, but it'll get you in trouble if you don't really pay attention to those combinations and portions. Anybody else? Any questions for Miss Kim?
When I'm thinking about coming down to see y'all, soon. We are coming to Florida on July 1st, I think.
Well, we
July
can't wait.
1st. Yeah, and so I'm thinking if I can make the plan, if I don't think y'all are going out of town, right?
No plans. Now we've got the situation with my daughter that may call, but no plans as of yet to go anywhere. But
Yeah.
but here in that center.
Well, I was thinking about coming down and seeing y'all and seeing the new center. So I will
Please, we would
let
love
you
to
know.
have some familiar faces come through. So got a
Well, I
question here?
placed my order on Sunday. I placed a big order on Sunday.
Oh, we appreciate you. We're excited about it. It's pretty nice. It's going to be nice. So we're excited about it. Teresa asked, what I meant was, are we allowed a snack as a meal instead of a full meal? But I believe a half a meal can be a snack. I know we can't have 2 snacks as a meal. You are correct. There's a reason for that formula wise. You can take anything that qualifies as a meal, half of it can be a snack. Now, where it gets dicey is, let's say that your meal is chicken breast, corn, and broccoli, just for illustration purposes. You can't have the corn by itself and not have the chicken and the broccoli. So when I say half, it means half of everything has to be eaten together. Because if you were to just have a little bit of the corn, you're going to spike your insulin. You need to have that corn with the chicken and broccoli. So anything that counts as a meal, half of it is automatically going to qualify as a snack. Deborah says the Cat 2 on the red column, should it not be Cat 2 breads and just fibrous carbs? Bread, even though we have category 2 breads, are never, ever ideal. Why do we include bread? Why do we include milk when they're not ideal? Makes the program practical, sustainable, and fun. Something you can do long term. So when you're looking at red column, you can certainly have category 2 breads. But through the Shibboleth journey, it's important to learn that category 2 breads are not going to compete with category 2 squash or asparagus or broccoli. So you can have it, but it's not ideal. Anybody else? That's when we get into good, better, best. And some people will hear what I said and go, oh, we can't have bread in red column. I didn't say that. I said it's not optimal. It's good, better, best. Just like green leafy iceberg lettuce is a category 2, but it can't compete with spinach. There's a difference there, but they still are in the same category. Got another one, I think. Update on Colton, my grandson. He's a fighter. We're praying. We're praying and believing. He's had a rough couple of days, but last report was there's some improvement, and we expect that because we're praying. The effectual fervent prayer of a righteous people availeth much. We appreciate everybody's prayers. Please keep them in your prayers. Really appreciate you asking. How can you eat turnips and stay good? Well, I'm not a turnip eater. Kim may have some cooking tips for you. I don't know, but turnips are a category 3. We can have turnips. The green part is category 2, but the turnip itself is a category 3. During the weight loss mode, if we combine the right foods with it, we can have a 1/4 cup of turnip and lose weight with ease. You can go up to a 1/2 cup of turnip when you're in maintenance. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. I see that. Appreciate it. Touching and agreeing with you. All right, y'all. Kim, always drop in when you feel led to. We love seeing you, and it sure does break it up some. And every time you come, people they're so happy and let me know it. And we're glad that you come in here. I like the conversational classes like this.
Yes. Yes. Well, I have a devotion that I will be willing to read before I hop off of here if you want me to.
Please. Yeah, please.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So this comes from the Word for You Today app, and it was very appropriate for people in maintenance, but it's also appropriate for anybody who has reached a goal and thinks they can then sit back. Okay, so the verse is, if you think you're standing firm, be careful that you don't fall. 1 Corinthians 10:12. The time to be careful is after you have reached your goals and you're celebrating your victories. There are 3 crucial points in every battle, and believe it or not, the easiest one is sometimes the fight itself. The most difficult point is the period of indecision right before the conflict, whether to stand and fight or run away. The battle between faith and fear. But by far the most dangerous period is the aftermath. With your resources spent and your guard down, you need to watch for things like overconfidence, dulled reactions, and faulty judgment. Remember King David's story? In the spring of the year, at the time when kings go out to battle, David remained at Jerusalem. Then it happened. He saw a woman bathing. Then David sent messengers and took her. Pay attention, particular attention to the phrase, then it happened. David chose to stay home rather than to go to battle. Who knows why? Maybe his impressive record of successes made him soft, or he got careless or arrogant. It was only a brief affair, but it changed everything. His peace vanished, his character was ruined, and his family life destroyed. Don't fall prey to the perils of past victories. Remember your halt sign. When you're hungry, angry, lonely, or tired, you're in a vulnerable place and need to be extra careful. Resting on your laurels is synonymous with flirting with disaster. Trouble awaits the man or woman who dwells in the comfortable land of accomplished dreams. So the word for you today is, if you think you're standing firm, be careful that you don't fall.
Wow. Beautiful, beautiful.
And that just meant a lot to me, just because I have been battling lately. And obviously I let I gave in a lot because I've already had 12 holidays this month, but I'm at the line. It's like, okay, get to business, get back to business now.
Yeah.
But one of the things that I wrote one morning was, and if many of y'all have read this already, but I'll read it again. I feel like I spend my life trying to make myself do what I should do, like exercise, and all that, and not do what I have a natural inclination to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then the thought that ran through my head was, that's exactly what Paul said.
Yeah.
And then I wrote, it gets weary sometimes, though. It gets weary. Oh, not supposed to grow weary of doing good. Well, that's enough. Get back at not being weary of making yourself do what you should and keeping yourself from not doing or keeping yourself from doing what you shouldn't.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, oh, I'm so weary. Well, you can't get weary. All right, we'll get back to business then.
Yeah.
But it's the natural life cycle.
Yeah, it is. And I appreciate what you said, because I struggle with, if I'm not aware, I don't halt and I say things that are negative when I'm going through stuff, and I'm realizing that my words have great power. And it's like when bad things happen, Sasha will remind me, she'll say, well, you said that was going to happen. And it kind of dawned on me the other day, I'm actually saying these things, and I'm going to really watch what I say and just be more aware, because when we're weak, when we're in that weak condition, that's when that devil comes and tempts us, just like the devil did Jesus, tempted Jesus when Jesus was hungry. And that's when he came to come after him. But Jesus was without sin. I get down on myself when I fail, but I can borrow the life of Jesus. My life is hid in Jesus' life, and I don't have to beat myself up. I just got to get back in the saddle. That was a good devotion. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Well, awesome. Well, I'll hop off of here, but everybody, hello. I'm glad to be on here talking to y'all, just like I was with the Shibby show for 3 years straight. And I had Tiani tell me this weekend, I missed that Shibby show so much. And then Brandy told me the same thing. So I really appreciate that. But I just needed a break from that for a moment, and I might pick it back up again in the future.
Oh, we would love that. Anytime you feel led to do it. I miss them myself. So
awesome. Well, thank
Y'all-
y'all. You have a great day or night.
We're going to see you all later. We love you in the Lord, and I hope y'all have a good one. We'll be back tomorrow, Lord willing, at 10:30 a.m. God bless y'all, and thank you, Kim. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thanks, everybody. Good night.